Get a quick audio check before I start. Hello, everybody. Welcome into Thursday, August 8th, 2024. This is a special Thursday pop-up live stream. And there's going to be no camera. Hopefully my voice will be good. And I will actually move my OBS so that I can see it over to a different monitor. That way I can keep up with chat, I do believe, a little bit better. Because I'm going to be working on my new computer today. With my new computer today, not on my new computer today. The computer is already built. Now, I am going to watch from time to time. I'm going to bump up my audio just a little bit. It seems like it might be a little bit low according to OBS. So I'm going to bump that up just a tad bit. Till it starts bouncing into the yellow a little bit, and that looks pretty good there. All right, so let's begin. I may have to make some adjustments to this. Let's go ahead and open up Davinci Resolve. And while I'm doing that, I just realized something here. All right, Davinci Resolve is up and running. So, first things first, I want to go ahead and open an untitled project. And there's already an update available, Davinci Resolve Studio 19.0 Beta 6. I'll go ahead and download it on this machine. I have not done so on the other machine. We'll just see how long this takes to go through. Tony Wallow with 50 gift memberships again. Thank you, Tony. Thank you so very much. Now, why is this not doing what it should do? Let's go ahead and make that full screen. That didn't look too promising to me, so let's not make it full screen. Now, the bad thing about this computer is I don't have another monitor yet to move this to, so we're going to be stuck with where we got. Pretty sure that didn't download anything. And I'll check that by going to my downloads right here, and yeah, it's still trying to download it, so that's probably not going to go through. Not a big deal. I'll go ahead. I don't see anything going on there, so I'm going to cancel it. Oh, nope, it says it's downloading, so I'll just continue downloading. There we go. Brings it up, and it shows it got about 18 seconds remaining. Hello, Alice. Thank you, Tony, again. Now I'm going to get confused. I'm going to bring my second mouse over here so I can scroll chat up and down. One Fist tested out the new Emojicon for members only. I need to figure out if I can get that to be a standard one as well. We've got 3 right now. And okay, that looks like that's done. We'll go ahead and click right here and see what happens. Oh, it's downloaded it again. Really? I didn't want to download it again. Let's go ahead and open it here. And I guess we just double click on the application file. We're going to extract it, and it's probably going to be in downloads. You guys all know I ain't a computer guru. I ain't. There is good Eminence, Indiana English for you. I ain't. Oh, mercy. I tell you. Speaking of Eminence, Indiana, I think we might be jogging down that way Friday or Saturday. And it's a good possibility that we will be going to do a live stream while we are on the road. Let's go see here. I believe that would be this one. And then this one. I got a comment. Cool. Thank you. Appreciate that. Long Dog. Looks like Long Dog be here. Looks like I be here. Yeah, looks like you are here. I can't tell how many people are here because I'm strictly looking at my new machine. I always get this right here. It says, in order to install Resolve, you must install these components. For some reason, every time I do an update, I have to do these same two ones. So I'm going to go ahead and install them. Now I do have a monitoring screen going, but I'd have to turn around. It looks like 4 people are watching and there is 1 like. Okay, so here we're back to this. Looks like it's good to go. Should never be a problem with space on this machine. We're going to go ahead and hit next and hit install. And I think it shuts down the other one. I'm not 100% sure on that. I thought it would close this one down. It's been a while since I updated it actually. So what I'm going to try to do today, once this gets up and installed, is I'm going to put Reactor on this machine. Yeah, see, it's going to close the application because I don't want to do a reboot, so it's going to do its thing. Long Dog says, this is going to be great. I want to see if the same anomaly shows up when I talked about installing Davinci Resolve. The setup was unable to automatically close all the okay, so that's fine. Not sure what your anomaly was when you tried to do it. The only problem I've always had is it always wants me to get those 2 files that are obviously there for this to work because I've used it all the time. And it doesn't matter which machine I use it on, my old machine, my new machine, it doesn't really matter. I'm going to move the mouse out of the way here. There we go. And I'm not going to really read the README file. Yeah, I don't want to do that. Did not want to do that. Let's put it in Notepad and see what it does, just out of curiosity. Oh, I do have to do a restart. Oh, there we go. I speak this language so well. You know, I've been complaining for the longest time now that it's never in my native language. Now, I clicked to where I didn't have to restart it, and now I do have to restart it. So, we'll see what happens. Should restart with no problem because I've got OBS directed to here. So it should restart and I should not lose anything on the live stream at all. This is from Vietnam. Hello, Brian. Hello, BH Road Stories. Long Dog, Tony, Alice, thank you all for being here. I cannot tell you how good or bad this is going to go. And we are back. So we're going to go ahead and, as always, every time, here's the other interesting thing that you probably cannot see. Yeah, it shouldn't be a problem. Famous last words. Very true. Every time I do an update or an upgrade, I always lose this icon down here. So all I do is I grab it from up here on the desktop and I drag it down and it puts it there and we're good to go. Now hopefully it'll start. Let's go check out something in Task Manager. Processes. It doesn't look like anything's running there. Doesn't look like anything's running hardly at all. Go back up here to the top. Don't see Davinci anywhere, so let's go ahead and fire up Davinci. And maybe, I thought this was always a single click. There we go, it's running. See the little circle going around. So I did kind of determine I've got to adjust my desk because all my monitors are pretty much at eye level except for the new one, and it's not at eye level. It's actually, I have to glance down or lower my chair, but I'm not comfortable sitting with the chair lowered because I'm such a big person that I'm comfortable with it at its fully extended height. Let me see if I lower it, what that's going to look like. Oh gosh, no, that's horrible. Feels like my knees are touching the ground. Now, when I go into a older project, I should get a notification that this is done on an older project, and if you update it, you can't go back. So we're going to open this one. Okay, make a liar out of me. Good to see that didn't work. And we're going to close that. And then we're going to open a project. All right, now we're going to open up Google. And I'm going to go to a website here called steakunderwater.com. No, Alex, it is not eating steak underwater. And that's not what I want. I want to get the website to go to Reactor. So I'm going to go to YouTube. This will be interesting. Not exactly what I was wanting to do, but this will work. And I'm going to go down here to my subscribers, and I'm going to scroll through here. I got too many subscribers. I really do. I need to go through here and clean this up. But it pays off. As you all know, my subscribers have jumped exponentially. Where is... There he is. And then we're going to go into this one right here. This is Shader Toys, and it's also through Reactor, and that's what I'm going to put on this right here. So I'm going to click on that link there. There we go. This is looking much better. I don't know what I did wrong a while ago. I'm just going to close that. Good thing I didn't pursue that. So I need the Reactor, and I'm going to go down here and find where to get it, which is right here. I'm going to click on that. I don't think I got it. Click on that. There we go. I got it that time. Now we should be good to go. Now, should be and being, again, famous last words like Brian said, are two different things. So I'm going to attempt to do this from memory, but I'm going to leave this one running just in case, because he's very good at explaining in here how to get this to work. And if I stumble a little bit, place your bets now. That's BETTS. On whether I stumble or not. So, go back to Davinci and go to, I believe it's Workspace. Go to Console. No, that is not it. So I'm already behind the 8 ball. Go to Scripts. There are no scripts. All right. Live, unrehearsed, unrestricted. Why not search for Reactor Davinci plugin? Good question. I just find it's easier to go with. I know this works because this is how I did this on my other machine. The problem that I have is I honestly don't remember how to get it onto the doggone machine. And he never did explain that, whereas the other one I have actually does. I just need to figure out. I think you have to go in and add it to the Fusion. This could be a very short live stream unless I take a long break. And you know what? I could actually do that. I have a means of doing that. I can put the Happy Birthday Jose Alvarez up for a moment. Go back in. I ought to mute the mic because I'm going to talk to myself. Oh, you're quite welcome. You should thank Tony Wallow, U-Haul. Tony Wallow has gifted those, and you should give a shout out to Tumble. The last time you stumbled was at the State Fair. Yes, the last time I stumbled was at the State Fair, and oh my goodness, we don't really want to recall that, do we? So I apologize for this. I am just looking over this. This is probably going to be something so simple. Okay, so basically it shows that you take it from your downloaded and drag it into Fusion itself. I'm not sure how that works. All right, so what it shows you doing, let me get back to, well, I almost did a faux pas there. Speaking French now, by the way. So it shows that you come in here to your downloads. And then it shows you go to Fusion here. We're going to go ahead and make this a half a screen. Now see, I never have luck doing the Doug Betts thing as far as maybe that'll work. Oh, that'll work. And then I want this one on the other half. All right, it's in force, but this will work. So I'm in Fusion. I'm just going to grab the lua and drag it into there. And then it says install and launch. So I'm going to go ahead and close this one. I don't need that one open no more. And then if I make this full screen, will that still be on top? It is. I'm going to go ahead and install and launch it. I told you guys it would be pretty simple to do. Now, I'm sure I'm going to forget to put it where it needs to go from there, because it's a interesting process to make this work. And it takes a couple of minutes to do. So I'll look at chat real quick. Yeah, I will probably have to restart Davinci once this process is over, but there's still 2 more steps that I recall that I have to go through to do this. And they both involve workspace. And I don't remember off the top of them. I'm going to try to stumble through. You know, I don't do this often enough to just remember it like the back of my hand. I wished I had that ability. I don't think ever in my life I've ever had the ability to recall stuff instantaneously without doing it, say, a couple 100,000 times. Just have some small chit chat while this is going on. And I don't remember if you have to restart it before or after you do this. Probably wouldn't hurt to do both. I don't know how that looks. Oh, I guess that looks okay. I'm looking at I rotated my chair to look at my monitoring screen. I guess that looks all right. I was kind of afraid you wouldn't be able to see it. But it looks all right. All right, that is done, and there it is. So now we're going to go into this, and we're going to go ahead and make this full screen. We're going to scroll down through here, and we're looking for shader toys. And I'm just going to roll the mouse wheel down here. It should be alphabetical. It appears to be alphabetical. We're into the L's, the M's, the N's, the Q's, the R's, and we're now into, I don't see shader. There we go, shader toys. We're going to check that, and it's going to go ahead and install the shader toys. And then I believe once that's done, there's still just 2 more steps in order to get this to work. Actually 3. I believe one is workspace something, restart, and then I think you're good to go. I think. I don't know. While that's going on, I'm going to go over here. And I've got a tutorial. And he's doing the function that I just showed now, where you scroll down to shader toys and it installs. Oh, that was my chair, by the way. I don't know if that came across on the microphone or not. Okay. There's a bunch of them you can put in here. I'm just going to do the shader toys now, and then maybe experiment later on with different things. Go to workspace, hit scripts, reactor, open reactor. Okay. So that's done. We are good to go there. So we are going to close this. May have to restart Fusion. So restarting Fusion, you think would be go to the edit page, restart Fusion. Generally that does not work. Yeah, I think I could have done that, Brian. I'm not 100% sure. And then go down to scripts, reactor. But I'm not going to do that. I don't want to open the reactor. I want to see, and I'll demonstrate. If I go down here to reactor and open reactor, it's going to bring me back and update all that nonsense. And this just takes me to all the choices that are in here in the reactor itself. Now, I have not explored all of these, but there is a lot of them there. Now, I know Shader Toys works because I've used it already, so it's checked, so we're good to go. So now we want to go to Workspace, Scripts. We want Shader Fuse Browser, and that brings up all the different things in Shader Fuse that you can use. The problem with this is they're alphabetical as far as category goes, and you can see up here in this little window, if you go to this, it changes. If you go to other words, it changes. I don't know if that's coming through where you can see it or not. So then you just kind of scroll through here and pick out something that you want. And let's go with that one. That one looks relatively cool. So the next thing it says to do is to add that. We'll see if it's added or not. We're going to close this window. We're going to, in Fusion, down here, we're going to hit space, shift space, and we're going to type in the word SHAD, and it is not there. So since this is not working and I don't have anything in there, I'm just going to close that out. I'm going to close that out. I'm going to go ahead and refire Davinci. A little bit faster on the refiring of Davinci here. Owl fractals. I'm not sure what that means. I got to play Doug on that one. Gonna open up an untitled project. We're gonna go back over to Fusion. Shift space. I'm gonna type in SHAD, and now you will see there is a boatload of things down through here. I wished I would have remembered the one I picked because I honestly don't remember it. So let's go with buoyant balls and add. And you'll notice down here it adds the buoyant balls into here. Ta-da! Thank you for joining. I hope this has been helpful to some of you. I know I'm confused, and this is the second time I've used it. And in all seriousness, I have a lot to learn with not only Davinci, but with some of the plugins that go with Davinci. But this is the one I used for the one project that I've gotten done, and then when you play it, it plays. You can click on this, your inspector pops up over here. They say you can change the color of these balls, all basic stuff. That looks to be the background to me. That doesn't look to be the color of the balls, the bubbles, or the balls themselves. You can change your count to however many you want. Double click it to put it back to default. The background color, you can change. Let's go with a dark, morbid look, shall we? That's kind of nice. I like that. And then the frequency of the balls, you can, how they move. Pretty cool. I like it. There's a lot that I've got to learn. And then the English, the image, you can change the width. Well, apparently you can't change the width. I thought it's 1920 by 1080. Is this a, let's try 1080 by 1920 and see if it changes. Oops, not 1950. Nope, that did not change. So I'm not sure why you can't change that. I would think that you could. And you can move it left to right. So that in a nutshell is the reactor. Come back over here, shift space. It's already there. So we're going to take buoyant balls out. We're going to type in shader. We're going to scroll down and let's pick out another one here. That probably is not what I think it is. We'll add that. And we're going to add that into this just to see what happens. Okay, it changed it. So if we disconnect that, disconnect that, disconnect that, and connect this directly to this, we get the same thing. And change the size. Well, really? Frequency. And all of this appears to be keyframeable. So I'm going to do a quick experiment. At frame 0, I'm going to put a keyframe. And at the end, which is 450, I'm going to go halfway through to 225. And I'm going to keyframe it to about right there. I'm going to go 10 frames to 230. No, I'm going to go 20 frames to 245. Put it back down to 0. Then I'm going to go all the way to the end. And I'm going to keyframe that all the way out to there. Then we're going to go back to the beginning. We're going to hit the space bar to start it playing. And we're going to see what that looks like. Maybe I shouldn't have done it so far out. It's moving rather slow, but it is moving. Don't the oil companies like fractals? There we go. And it moved backwards a little bit. So I could probably go in there and adjust the keyframes and make it look pretty neat. You can do the same thing with the buoyant balls as well. Now I know if I wanted to have an image on this, the way that would work is, I believe you bring your image in. I don't have a, well, yeah, I do have an awful lot of media on here. I'm going to go to the D drive. Go to, I'm still adjusting to this new file system with the doggone Windows 11. I like the other folders better. I will eventually get adjusted to it. There's no doubt in my mind. Let's go with that's all, folks. Bring it down into here. And Brian Lightfoot are the only indicator that there is a keyframe. It's actually no, Brian. The indicator that is keyframed is the now did that go away? Did I lose my keyframes? Surely to goodness I'm not. Is it still? Yeah. Okay, so the keyframes are right here. They're white lines. The yellow line that you see is when you connect the pipeline or the flow chart or whatever you want to call it. And then this white line right here. Now I don't have any special tools on here to highlight that or anything. I don't know if I can't. I thought maybe Control Plus would allow me to zoom it in. It does not. I thought that it might. But the keyframes are the white lines at 225 and 235. That's your keyframe. So I'm going to go ahead and try something here. I'm going to plug this in first to make sure this works. And then I'm going to run this down to here. Oh, good golly, what happened? Well, I put it in a merge, so it's doing what it should do. It's taking a photo and out. So I'm going to right click here. We're going to swap the inputs, and there you go. Now I should be able to come up here to the media maybe. Well, I can't. I got to do that elsewhere. So if I want to change that media, shift space, I'll type in the word transform, add it, go to the transform, and then I can adjust this size right like that. That's pretty doggone quick for not having a graphics card. And the aspect. Now, speaking of aspect, I got a slight bone to pick with someone. I think we all know I don't pay a lot of attention to the aspect. And in yesterday's project, never occurred to me to look at the aspect because that wasn't the point. The point I was trying to make was take pictures of what I have and do the 4-corner pin of putting Doug Betts in there. Don't mess with the aspect. As a general rule, I do not mess with the aspect. Let's go try something else here. Before I do that, I'm going to grab some media, and maybe I'm not grabbing some media. So let's go back to Davinci, and Davinci's all, there we go. Maybe it's in here. I'm looking for Project Doug. Here we go, Project Doug. Now, Project Doug is missing some things on this computer because I don't have the computers talking to one another yet. So I'm going to use this one right here. I'm going to bring that down, and I'm eventually going to use that. I am not sure yet. I'm going to try to take this picture right here and put it over here. Now I'm going to, I don't think I can do that by just plugging it into here. Nope, nor do I think I can do that by plugging it into, I might be able to. Can I swap the inputs? No, you cannot, so that's worthless. I am going to do it this way. I'm going to off click, shift space, and I want to do a tracker. No, I want to do a planar tracker, PLA. And then I want to go find planar tracker. I'm going to add it. And then I'm going to plug this into the merge. No, it won't go. I guess it will go. That's not what I want. I want to put it into the transform, I think. Yeah, let's do that for now. And in here, I want to go to, and I'm starting to do a little bit. Oh wow, they added something. Stabilize. I want to do a corner pin, and I explained all this yesterday. I think you just want to take your corner pin, and it is what it says it is. Corner pin. You want to go to the 4 corners and adjust your corners, and that is that. And we're going to scroll that back down to there. Now, if I take the image here and plug it into there, and it didn't work. Let's see if I can swap the inputs now. Okay, something's not working right. I know I can do this because I've done it. I just did it yesterday. Not sure why it's not working, unless it has something to do with this transform. So let's take the transform completely out of the picture. Let's run this into the merge. Let's re-swap the inputs. Well, that's working extremely well. Some of my best work here. Sometimes you can get by with minor changes without distorting the image. Yeah, I would agree with that. Okay, so I don't want that. Go back to here. Swap the inputs back so I have that. Let's, what is this picture? This picture is the Roadrunner. Get rid of the transform. Okay, that's correct. But that's not correct. I wanted, okay, so that is correct. So if we take Doug out of the picture, this one here is not showing. Oh, it's the same picture. I thought I had the, oh, this is the one I want. No. Let's see if we can put that in there. Oh, we can. And if we put this over here, it's not working. Why is that not working? That's the one I want. I want to see this one in here. We could do that. There we go. That's sort of kind of working now. But now I want to take all of that and put it over this somehow. So two things I've kind of learned and taught myself that I'll forget in the next 20 minutes is you can have the fly-through nebula and you can have the buoyant balls. Now I just got to see if I can put them together. And I'm going to try to do that by just merging it into the here. And I cannot. Now if I change the inputs, I get that. So let's not do that. I want to change that back to here. I want to take that away. So how do I do that? Well, I'm going to try something crazy here. I'm going to do a shift space, and I'm going to type in the word multi, and I'm going to get the multi merge. I'm going to add it. Now, we're going to add this one. We're going to add that to that. Nothing's there, and we're going to add that to that, and that shows up. Then I'm going to add this to there. Ah, doggone it. You're going to have to do some research. Now, if we switch the inputs around here, yeah, it's just going to be that. What if we did this? What if we took all of this nonsense right here and moved it over here out of the way? And then what if we were to add a mask in here? Okay, the mask must not go in there. What if we want the output to go into the mask? Okay, so what if we put the mask into here, and then that's not going to work. I'm thinking maybe I got to do a mask to do what I want to do. Not working. I should be able to connect that to that. So I'm going to put this into the I'm going to put the rectangle into this. Now, well, that ain't going to work. That's back to the old drawing board, as the saying goes. I know I can run that into there and that works. I know I can run that into, oops, I know I can run that into there and that works. I just want to be able to combine the two. And I don't think it's going to be as simple as adding a merge and then re-merging that to there. No, that's always going to do that. And then if I take this merge and shrink it down, that's not going to work. So anyway, that is the basics of Reactor. It's now on the computer. It's now, if I come in here and do a shift space, type in the word shader, and then scroll down through here and just pick something out. Let's see what coffee, I saw the word coffee somewhere. Coffee and tablet. I'm going to add that. Okay, that's interesting that I don't have a media out. Off click, shift, space, media, and we want a media out. I'm going to add that to there. We're going to connect this to there. That's not working. Okay. And this is what I intend to do. I intend to get in here and really just try a bunch of them out and see how it works. I don't really see that that's really doing anything myself, but I haven't researched it and I'm doing this off the cuff. Okay, maybe I've got that backwards. Maybe the media's got to go into here and then into there. Holy, there we go. I like that so far, but I don't like that. I'm guessing I can take this away. Okay, that gives me coffee and tablet, and then when I put the media in there, oh cool, look at that. That's sort of kind of a four-corner pin already. And then can I like this. This is cool. I do like this. Let's see how many people. 7 people are watching. Thank you very much to 7 of you that are watching me befuddle my way through this. Now, I just gotta wonder, can I put this on the coffee mug as well by putting it on this one? No, you can put it on the background. All right, so we're going to plug it in and let it decide where it wants to go. So that puts it on the table. I don't like that. So let's put it on the... it's still wanting to put it there. Why a while ago this worked? Why is it not working now? Doggone. There we go. Now we have Doug on the mug. There's things I see that I like. There's things I see that I don't like. I don't necessarily want Doug to be on the handle. And we're going to look at this for a second. And I have to get in there and play around with these and probably not do it on a live stream. Exposure. Let's bump up the exposure. That makes sense. Opacity is another word for exposure. You'll see when we take it down, it gets lighter. We take it all the way up, it gets brighter. And let's see if that can be changed higher than 5. So we're going to go in here and get rid of the 5. And let's just go 10, just to see if it'll go 10. 10. It will. It actually took the 10 and it made it a little brighter, actually a little too bright. So now I have that. I want to see, can I re-add this onto the tablet? Let's go to here. Nah, I don't like that. So I'm going to disconnect that one. I'm going to reconnect it, and I want it to be in the, there we go. Buy your Doug Betts merchandise. Doug on a mug. You're a poet. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Unintentional. This is going to be my first merchandise in my merch store, by the way. All right, let's wrap this up. This has been about 42 or so minutes. I've enjoyed doing this. This is what I want to do. I'm really going to enjoy my new machine once I get a graphics card in it. Just for fun, I'm going to render this out. Doug on a mug. I'm just going to put it on the desktop for now, because I probably am going to delete it later on. And I want to cancel that for a minute. I want this to be, yeah, QuickTime's fine. Because if I go in here and make it, like if I make it a JPEG, I know it's going to be 1,000 JPEGs. Okay, so to demonstrate that, I'm going to go new folder, call it new folder, and put it up here because that's going to be deleted. We're going to go back to Davinci. We're going to go browse, desktop, new folder, open that, save that. Now I'm going to go ahead and change it from QuickTime to JPEG. And I've never seen a setting in here, maybe it's the codec, to change it to where it doesn't make literally it's going to make, if it does what it's supposed to do. So we'll go ahead and add that to the render queue. We'll render that out, maybe 2 seconds. Wow, 43 seconds. That's amazing. This is without a graphics card now. I could try the same thing on the other machine with the graphics card to see, oh look, we have a new Power Director Made Simple says hello to Brian Lightfoot. Hello, Power Director. Rick, I need to get with you. I'll send you an email right after the live stream is over. Hopefully you're home and able to see it. I was requested to do something this morning and I just literally haven't done it yet. So this looks like it's about done. I just wonder if I can do different things. There's just so many things running through my head now. Okay, that's done. Now I'm going to go ahead and close this. I'm not going to save it. It's just an experimental thing. So We're going to open this up, and as I predicted, 450. You know why that is? I know why that is. I bet you Brian Lightfoot and Power Director knows what that is. I know exactly why that is. And there it is. There's the rendered version. Now, I don't know what this nonsense is. I guess that's something I've never seen. Use our new editor. I don't care about that. Don't care about that. So if someone want to put a wild guess into chat as to why that did 450 of these. I'll give you a hint. It has to do with how many frames there are. See who was paying attention during the live stream and who was not paying attention during the live stream.
Okay, I found this.
Siri, be quiet. Nobody said anything about Siri. Why did you... Siri, stop.
Okay, I found this.
Siri, stop. I don't know, because you made it do it. No, there's 450 frames. JPEG is gonna, if I were to change that frame rate to bigger or smaller, whatever would give me more frames, it's going to do a JPEG of all those. What I should have done is one frame. I should have printed one frame. Actually, what I should have done is done it in a, what I should have done is, and I'm not going to go through the whole process of bringing it back up. I'll make this short, sweet, and simple and to the point, because we're now at 45 minutes. We're going to open a new project. We're going to grab some media. Hopefully it goes back to there. We'll grab this one, put that in there, drag it. I love how that's so instantaneous. What I should have done is when I had all that done, I should have went over here to the color tab. I should have right-clicked, grabbed the still, put it over here, and exported the still. That's what I should have done. Then I only get one picture. But by doing it the way I did it, I get 450. I still can't make adjustments here on this. I can adjust this one like that. I can do that in the edit. I can do that in Fusion. I cannot do it in the color tab. I have tried. It will not let me. I'm sure it's a setting. I can do left and right this way, but I cannot do it up and down, horizontally, vertically, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to wrap this up. I want to thank everybody for being here. I'm going to swing the chair around and see. We have 8 people watching. That is fantastic. Hello, Chris Garrett. Chris Garrett joins us in the chat room, unfortunately, right as I'm ending this, and I so do appreciate it. Tony Wallow, again, thank you very much for the gift memberships that you just did. I did check a while ago, and the ones from last night did not show up yet, but I got about 6 hours before tonight's stream. We will see what happens then. Hopefully, they start showing up. Hopefully, you've enjoyed this. I know I've enjoyed it, even though it was kind of befuddling my way through something like walking in a minefield, but I enjoyed it. I learned something. I taught myself something. Now I just have to be able to retain what I taught myself. If you're awake at 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, be sure to tune in to Ken Style Live with the Zoom homies with Ken Style Live, where we get together every night for 30 to 35 minutes and talk about nothing. We clearly are the Jerry Seinfeld of YouTube. Thank you for watching. Have a great afternoon. I've got to go find the right button to push with the right mouse. Attack, delay, sustain, release. Thank you, everyone. I'm ending the stream now, pushing the Doug button.